Jen, thank you. The president talked about the importance of kids going back to the classrooms. In many schools all across the country, they are not going back to the classrooms, and there aren't imminent plans to do so because teachers' unions say that they want their teachers to be vaccinated first, even though the CDC says that's not required. How are you going to deal with that, and are there any discussions about saying to teachers' unions, you have to go back to the classrooms?
Well, first, actually, 76% of schools do have teaching, do have kids in the classroom for part of the week, and about 46% are back 5 days a week, and we expect that to continue to increase over time.
The president said the majority. He wants the majority to be back
by day 100, and
yes.
we're on track to meet that objective. I will say that we took a step in this administration to prioritize teachers through our pharmacy program. That program is working. It's effective. Teachers can go. They are prioritized at pharmacies. It's something we had the power to take and implement, and we feel it's very much in line with the CDC guidelines because it is one of the mitigation steps, and it's a step we had the power to take and put into place. We actually don't see an issue coming up with schools not reopening. They are reopening. More are reopening every single week, and we certainly feel we're on track to meet our goal.
And when you look at some of the polling as it relates to the vaccinations, still about 30% of adults say they don't plan to get one. How do you get things back to normal with those types of figures, and when specifically do you plan to move forward with the vaccine campaign to try to improve education?
It's launching, Kristen. It's happening. We are launching a public campaign. There are some details that have been out and reported, I believe, in the Wall Street Journal. We'll get all that information out to all of you. I will say that what we have learned from our own data is that part of our investment and focus needs to be in trusted voices and trusted partners. We've seen some improvement in confidence among a range of communities in the efficacy of the vaccine. That's good news, right? What we have seen concern about, and what we still have concern about, is access, and that is the big issue. Because now, when we start to get to the point where we are trying to reach more and more communities, of course, vaccinate adults, Americans in this country. A lot of people can't take a day off to go get a vaccine. They don't have the flexibility to be in the slot available. They maybe can't drive 3 miles to their local pharmacy. So our big investment right now is in access. That means increasing investments in mobile units, in community health centers, in mass vaccination sites. But it also means, in terms of the public campaign, investing in trusted voices and empowering local groups and organizations to have the funding, the information, and the assistance they need.
Just to follow up with my question with the president yesterday, I asked him about transparency and access for journalists into some of the facilities at the border. The president said, I will commit when my plan is underway to have access. It sounded to a lot of people like he was saying, I will let more cameras in once I'm satisfied with the conditions. How is that consistent with transparency?
That's not actually what he meant. I'll first say we did allow access, including an NBC camera, exclusively into the shelter facility on Wednesday. And we're committed to increasing access and doing additional pools, making it available, these facilities, including the Border Patrol facilities, as well as the shelters. What he was conveying is right now his focus is on moving these kids out of these Border Patrol facilities, right? And making sure it's done in a way that keeps them safe and keeps everyone safe. That does not imply that we are not going to allow access until that is done. It implies that is his first focus. So thanks for asking the question. That was his intention.
Time frame for when, and noted that NBC did go in as pool. Do you have a time frame for when the next round of cameras might be allowed in?
Oh, we're working on it, hopefully soon, and it's something we're certainly committed to, and we're just working with DHS and HHS on when